Hello and welcome right back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first visit, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome to you too. I'm here with a different video for today, or a different topic for today. I won't be covering a magazine or book review or any content review. I'm actually going to be doing some interactive work, and that, to be specific, is creating a vision board for myself for 2021. If you aren't familiar with the vision boards, the purpose of creating a vision board is to create something where you can visualize your goals for what, well, for me would be a year, but for yourself could be whatever time frame you give yourself. But like I said, I'm creating my vision board for the year 2021 so that I can proceed on the right track for this year, and be purposeful and successful in all the goals I set for myself. Usually, well, in some cases, I won't say usually, but in a lot of cases, you can find a group or a workshop where you can gather and create a vision board as a group. For whatever reason, I wasn't fortunate enough to find um, anyone hosting such an event this time of year. May have been done toward the end of 2020, or even earlier this January. But for the purposes of this video, I will be creating my vision board. And if you haven't done so but would like to, go ahead and join me with your own supplies and goals in mind, and let's proceed. What I'm using is an old magazine of mine. This happens to be Glamour magazine, a Condé Nast publication, Glamour, and this is from when? September 2017, featuring Blake Lively on the cover, and the cover story 50 States of Women, discussing issues of women across all 50 states. And that was one of the reasons I even chose this magazine, even though even though I'm going to be cutting it up and gluing pieces and whatnot, and pretty much destroying it. Women's issues are important to me, so I know that there will be something in this magazine that I can take away and include on my vision board that will help me visualize my goals for that area of interest. All right, so I have already marked a few pages for myself, and I'll go ahead and start cutting. The first being a photo of Ashley Graham in a bathing suit, the plus size model, and with the title "Our Bodies No Shame." And what this cutout will remind me to do is get into shape, but to still love my body however it kind of transitions. I'm not cutting in any particular form, just trying to get the words as well as the photo. Because I realized when skimming to see what I would want to cut out, I was automatically very interested in words drawn in by titles and photos. And sometimes we know that those titles and photos don't necessarily go together, but I didn't want to be stuck on the wording, but the photos as well, because it is a visual activity. The next page I have marked here is actually features Meghan Markle as the photograph for the article, and the title is 10 Women Who Changed My Life. And what cutting this cutout will help me to remember and visualize is to build those bonds and connections with women I can mentor, as well as women I would appreciate mentoring myself. I don't know if it's the scissors or me. Can't get a grip. Here we go. Again, not cutting it out in any particular fashion, just wanting to get it out and get it onto the board. I'll start gluing some items in a second. Now, what I have here to cut out is a title itself. I wish I could get the bookmarks featured with the story into my cutout too, but it doesn't look like that'll happen. But that title is Read These and Weep. And that'll remind me to keep up my reading, keep up my reviews, and put forth, a really good effort. I'm not sure what the article talks about specifically, but I do know that reading is something I want to keep constant going into or coming into 2021 now. I also, there's this I wanted to cut out. And with it being Glamour magazine, it is a fashion coverage story, but I'm not going to use it for fashion. I'm actually going to use it to remind me, and I'll explain it for those who don't understand, but to remind me to be in my bag all year long. Focus on staying in my bag and focus on what benefits me financially and maintains my stability. And then we have this picture here. It's like a ladder of bags, almost purses. And the story that it was cut out from discusses it wanting a pop of color with your outfit, but I'm using this cutout to put on my vision board to remind me to be in my bag. Duchess of Sussex here looking back at me. I cut out. What else do I have here? Oh yes, hair coverage. So I wanted something that reminds me of my natural hair state and what that meant to me when I transitioned into being natural, what it means for me to still be natural, and just how it connects me to my roots. I also want to maintain my focus on healthy hair coming into 2021, for the simple fact that health is wealth on all platforms. But natural hair takes maybe a little more effort, but this cutout is to remind me that it's worth the effort and to put the effort forward. I'm going to start gluing some here on the board. See how it starts to come together. I have a small board here. Square size, really small. You can glue it on this way as if it's a diamond or as if it's a square. And there will no doubt be some overlapping, as I see it already is. But let's get some of these down. With my glue that I have the wrong glue on accident. I have the wrong glue. I should be using like school glue, but I just don't have the Elmer school glue. Just don't have any. I'm using some super duper glue, so this is permanent to say the least. Look at the strong stench to it. Like it's almost like a nail shop. Okay. Okay, so this photo is really big. Cut it in half, maybe choose one or two. All right. Because this is space sensitive. I almost wish I had actually refreshed myself and read it again, but this is glue for now. And who knows, I may be able to Google it and find it on Glimmer's website. No, but I'll run out of glue. But I might. So some of my goals coming into 2021 are to be financially stable and responsible, consequently. To perform consistently. This is how it's come together thus far. To perform well consistently learn where I do not perform well and become better, to travel. And there was only one thing in this issue or of Glamour or this magazine that reminded me of traveling, and consequently it's a title. It's a specific title, My Beauty Passport to Paris. But I'm going to take it as a reminder to get some traveling done, and maybe not to Paris, but to who knows. It's for the taking. The world. I don't have a lot more space, but I got quite a few more tabs marked. Okay, so here I have this article marked. This is more title though. So as an alternative, I'm going to use a picture on the other page to remind me to stay open to love and not to neglect that part of my life, because why not? If love is available to me, I want to be open to it. If it comes calling, if it somehow gets my number and calls me, I want to be responsible and say, hey, I did my part. I answered the call to love. I wish I kept that angle. That's okay. I was just gonna go on. I may have to do front and back. That was something I wasn't expecting. That is just a few more tabs. I may have room after all. This picture is an interesting picture. It's a cut up dollar bill with the face replaced by an actual relatable person, and looks like it may have been shredded and cut up or something. But I'm going to use it as a reminder to be financially responsible. That includes planning ahead. I get it. Okay. I have to get this in a circle. I'm out of glue. Maybe one picture, two more items marked. One I can do without, and that's a picture of Blake Lively, and that was only, out of admiration and because she's perfect. But the final is a reminder of my commitment to women's issues. Those issues we connect through no matter where we are. Those universal issues. And that comes from that cover teaser, 50 States of Women. And I don't see where it's going to fit so far. But I am out of glue anyway. I'll keep that right here. And it was covering up. Pick that right there. And here's the start of my vision board. As I find smaller pieces, I could add them in other areas, or I can get a bigger board. You can get a bigger board. We can get bigger boards and start again, make a more specific topic, have more than one magazine handy. I encourage you to elephant ear or tab it ahead of time to save yourself time, and if you are working on limited time. So here's my vision board thus far for 2021, and I'm ready to get started on a number of even more specific activities, and I am also ready to tell you all about it. So I'll go ahead and wrap this video, and thank you for joining me. Hopefully you learned something and you can get your own vision board started, and here's to a successful 2021. Be well.